So in this activity, we are to simulate AAA authentication on Cisco routers in the packet tracer. So I have my setup here. We are to set up local base AAA, also set up ni Cisco router to connect to a TACAX Plus in a radio server. So first thing to do is to we'll follow the activity, just follow the instruction. Okay, I have my código here. I will not send you this Word file, so you have to watch this video for you to know yung answer. I think in the instruction there's no answer. So anyways, so like in here, we are to first set up username, password. We are required to set up yung local database. Okay, I just made a connection a while ago. Exit ako. Exit. Okay, so initially this is your interface. So you are to type enable, diba? There's that password here being asked, and then if you look into the instruction, there's no password. Okay, that did not say what is the password. Okay, what is the password here? So what you do, you go to the config, and then you click one of the interface. Okay, it will bypass yung password in the privilege there. So you type exit, and then exit, and then enter. Okay, so there. So next is we are to set up username and password, this one. So we set up ang username to create is admin1, and then the password is admin1 PA55. We do this in the global configuration mode, and then enter. And then next we enable the AAA model. So we type AAA new dash model, and then we enable the authentication, local base authentication by typing AAA authentication login default, the default local, enter, done. And then we apply it to the line console. So we go to line con 0, and then we type this login authentication default. So that's how easy it is. Enter, and then done na. End na tayo. So this is the example of a local based AAA authentication. So if I were to type exit, it asks for a username. Diba before, if you remember, the usual only password are being asked. So in here, we created the local base AAA for the line console. You can also apply this to the line VTY for telnet. Okay, in this case, we have set a specific username, and the username is admin1 na ba? No. And then the password is admin1 PA55. So admin1 PA55, enter, done. So I'm done with the R1. It says here, let's do also the yung RSA to SSH. So we set up SSH. We now set up SSH. Again, what we did is just we applied it in the line console and not on the privilege mode. Okay, for example, maybe you type here admin1 PA55. It will not work, because what we did so far, we've applied it in the line console and not in the privilege mode, in the enable secret. So we have to go again here, interface, and then there. Okay, or you may delete yung enable secret. If you want to delete the enabled secret, the no enable secret, na-deleted na yun. So let's first, in here we are asked to set up SSH. So we type IP domain dash name, and then set na ng name, diba? And ccnasecurity.com daw, ccnasecurity.com, enter. Then we enable SSH by typing in crypto key generate RSA. It will ask for a bit key. We set 1024, and then the username password we did, we are to apply it in the SSH by typing this one, AA authentication login SSH login local. We are to set up an authentication name for the SSH, and we are to apply this in the line VTY 04, and this is the command, login authentication SSH login, paste, and do not forget to enable SSH here by typing in transport input SSH. Done. We try now. We go to PC. R1. Say this PC1. Okay. PR2. Go to the command prompt. And then we do SSH. So, IP add is 192.168.1.1. IP config muna nga tayo. IP config to check our IP add. And there, let's first check if this computer can connect on the router. And there's a reply. So, we expect that it can be remotely accessed using SSH. So, SSH minus L. The username, which is admin1. Admin1. And then the IP add 192.168.1.1. Enter. May magpapapa pala mga porn pala dito habang nag-video ako. Anyways, so ang password is admin1pa admin1pa55. Enter. And then there, I've done my SSH. This time, the manner of my setup is using an AAA based type of authentication, local based to be exact. We've discussed, there's another method of setting up AAA, and this is through server based using Takax Plus or Reduce. So let's do that in R2. So in here, it is a requirement in R2. So we go to R2. First thing to do is to set up a username and password. I'll just copy and paste that, and then enable. Again, I do not know the password of the enable secret, so you go to the config, go pick one interface, and then exit. Or yes, exit. Let's first remove the enable secret. We don't need that. So, and then the username password na. I've set up a username password in R2. To set up Takax Plus, this is the syntax: Takax server host, and then the IP add of the Takax server. Copy ko yan. Ay, no, copy. Copy, paste. That's how we set up Takax, to declare Takax server in a router, and then we need to set up a shared secret key, like in this case, that's Takax PA55. Enter. Okay. Take note, this is 192.168.2.2 there. Okay. Now close, and then we have to enable AAA. Copy that. Go to R2 and paste, and then to say that we are to use Takax Plus this time instead of a local, type this: AAA authentication login default group Takax Plus local. Okay, there's no value, all of those are all syntax, and enter. And then we enable that to the line con. So we go to the line con 0 and we type login authentication default. Here pala, the name, this default is the name. Copy ko yan. And then paste. Enter. Done. Okay. We try. We try. Exit. So in here, we are using a Takax Plus. Okay. The focus of what we're doing is only on the part of the router, but the setup of a Takax Plus, we cannot do it here in the packet tracer. It's not supported. So to verify if it is working, go to exit, then so the username password is we should be able to log in. Okay, so admin, paste, enter, and then password is admin pa255, copy, and then paste. Maybe some of you are thinking, bakit siya nag-right click? Gusto ko, bakit ba? That's what I want. Chika lang. And then R3 na. R3 is Radius naman this time. Radius, copy ko ulit. R3 is connected to a Radius server. So means of authentication of the R3 is through the Radius server. So enter. Again, do not know what the password is. Go here and click this one, and then go back, and then exit, and then remove the enable secret. No enable secret. So we now type the username password, this time for R3, and then we declare the IP add of the Radius server, and we set a secret key. In this case, the secret key is the radius PA55. And we enable AAA by typing in AAA new model, and we declare that in our authentication we are to use the radius protocol. We are to enable this to the line console, and we have to type login authentication default, and we expect, if this is working, should be able to log, and this time it is using the radius protocol. So that's admin 3 admin 3 and admin 3 PA55, admin 3 PA55, and ano ba yan? Ano pa? Forward. Yun na. R3 na. Nakapasok ako, di ba? Done. So, that ends. So, this is just a simple, this activity, okay? Just to simulate yung part sa IAA. Let me go back to the, where's the instruction? Okay. Ayun na, 100% na ako. So, this ends this packet tracer. You are to answer this in this week 8. Okay? Tama ba? Yes, week 8. Week 9 yung quiz 3. So, thank you. And, yes, you have to work on with this activity.